So hello students, welcome to the third video where we will do lab 5. The target for this report is we are trying to make a sales by product category. What we would ideally like to see is for each category we would like for every year, for the month, we would like to see the sales and the profit. And as you can see, the coloring is done. There is a higher the profit we would like to see in a darker shade, and this is the kind of breakup we are looking for. We applied a filter on the region and we are looking at sum of sales and sum of profit here. So let us try to make this report, and this is our aim. So we are going to do this report. It's a standard report which is normally used. Let's try this report from scratch. So you will open a new sheet called lab 5, and in lab 5 we will try to mimic the points which were there. Now what we'll do is we'll rename the sheet as lab 5, rename lab 5. So here we go. Our first step in lab 5 is to put the order date, and the order date we can put in columns, and the year is coming by default. Maybe we'll take the month here because we would like to see the month in the columns, and we would like to see the category. So the category is in product. Under product we can take the category and put in the rows. So we have two columns. Now we also want the year in between. So we want it for every category the year, and across it we are getting a crosstab report with the month in it. So let us quickly take order date again, and this time put it in the row. So what we can see is we have got both in the column order date but the month there, and order date for the year here. Now let us bring in the data which we want to see. So these were dimensions. Now let's look at the measures we want to bring in. So first thing is we want to bring in sales, and we would like to see the sales with color. So I put it on color here, and sales is coming in color, but there are no numbers. Numbers is there in the tooltip. So now let's also get it in the labels. It'll be good to have that in the labels, the numbers. So we pull in the sales one more time, and this time we pull it on top of label. So now we have the numbers and we have this. Now the third item which we want to bring is the profit, and profit can be bought on top of the tooltip, and it gets added into the tooltip. So if you look at the order we are having, so we want to reorder it. Sum of sales first, then sum of sales on the label, on the text, and sum of profits is coming in the tooltip. So this is the three things we have done. And we also, if you remember in the previous sheet, there was a filter on regions, and that we could get from location. So location, I could bring region here, and as of now I say I want to see everything. So all, apply, but then the user will have an option to filter it if he wants. Okay. Now if we look at it, this report contains the fields which we said we want to bring in. The heading is shown as lab 5. Maybe we can make it sales or product category. So normally it is taking the sheet name by default. So we could make it, give it a proper heading, sales by product category. And we say apply and OK. Now we could drill down here. The advantage of having a hierarchy is if I double click here, if I click here, I can get the subcategory of furniture, and below that the bookcase is coming now. I could do minus, and that could go off. Yeah. So now let's compare whether did we meet the target. So we have, if you look at the columns, month order date, category, year order date in the row. sum of sales, sum of sales, sum of profit. First one is color, second one is the text, and third one is tooltip. Now let us see what our target was in the beginning. So if we look at it, our target was month, category, year, order date, and that is what we have been able to do: month, category, year, order date. And we have region, some sales, some profit. But there's still a difference if you look at this sheet and if you look at lab sheet. If you observe, there is something which is still different. Did you notice it? Yes, I am sure some of you may have noticed it. What is the difference is the marks. How do you want it to come? So here I will put it as a square, and when I do this, it looks very similar to the one we have here in target. Yeah, so now both of them are very similar. Additionally, you could add filters, because now sometimes we want to apply filters, and you could show a filter, additional filter, which could come here, and then we could reduce the number of years which are coming in the report if you only want to compare 3 years. So with that, we come to the end of lab 5. I request you all to try doing the same set of steps and trying to get the output like we got here. Thank you. Next video we will do lab 6.